Alright, hi guys, I should be live. I wait till a few people get in the chat. I've not got anyone up. I've got my light next to me today because it's a bit dark today. It's a bit like dreary and horrible and miserable out there, which is very odd because you know, it's been so nice for so long. It's weird to think that obviously it's getting back to kind of that dull, wintry kind of vibe. Well, not wintry, but you know, that sort of an autumnal vibe of being a bit rainy and wet and stuff. Anyway, we won't have another weather report from me. You know what it's like. Tap Peddlers in my chat. Hi there. I just saw a post. I think it was on Facebook. Well, no, it was on Facebook, but I don't know. I was trying to think of which group it was on. But I don't know which group it was on. But it was from Gary, Southwest Sellers. And he said that he had a listing. He'll probably pop in the chat as well anyway. But he said he had a listing that got pulled from eBay because of he put like faux bone in the title, and eBay's now not liking that word. So after this chat, I've got to remember to go to my eBay store because I listed something about 2 days ago with faux bone in the title, and I don't want to get a blooming you know, violation or anything from that. So I better do that. Oh, Southwest Sellers is in there. I was just saying, Gary, I saw your post about the faux bone handle. And I was thinking, oh God, I've just listed something, you know, 2 days ago, and I'm pretty sure I put something like faux bone in the title. But as far as I'm aware, and as far as you were aware too, that, you know, using that language, you know, using like faux bone or that sort of those words are fine, because obviously it's ivory that, you know, you can't sell or anything or something like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to check, because I was just saying I've got a listing, you know, I've got a listing on, and I need to check that. So. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I hope I've not got any violation or anything. Oh, sorry, my mic's a bit. I better turn my mic round. There we go. Right, so you might be able to hear me a bit better now. My mic was all the way over there. Flipping Fantastic Finds. Richard Payne. Yes, 3 items removed. Have changed my other listings earlier. Yeah, I better get onto that, because they'll probably pick me up as well. I think I must have 2 or 3 items on like that, so, yeah. Is it that they are, like, is that a change in the policy, like, you're not allowed to do that anymore, or is it, like, a kind of grey area still or something? Because it looked like, I'd only very quickly glanced at your post, really, but I thought I'd talk about it in here, but, yeah, I was wondering whether it's, because if it's, like, a policy change, then that could be quite, I'd better get to that pretty quick before the bloody bots get in and you know, bloody give me a violation or a ban or whatever. So, yeah. You know what? I might do it now. I'm sorry, I'm getting very pernickety because I think, oh God, whatever. I could probably do it now while I'm chatting on here. So, just talk among yourselves for a second. I'll literally be like a minute. I'll keep flicking back onto the chat so that then... what I'll probably do is just end my listings now. And then I can re-update them later on when I'm... Oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like the listing's gone. Oh, no, wait. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just typing in cutlery. I typed in faux bone and nothing's come up, so maybe I didn't list it as faux bone the other day. Right. Now, I've put in my title for one of them. This isn't the one I listed yesterday. I put ivorine. Now, do you reckon ivorine is okay? Not ivory, but ivorine I've put in the title. Which I'm pretty sure is like a substance that they use, like a faux bone substance. I don't know whether that would be... I might take them off and just list them without the ivorine in the title there. We've got... No, it doesn't look like there's any others. Nah, looks like we're okay. You know what? I'm just going to end that listing just to be safe. Don't want another ban or anything. But you never know. I might have already got one. Because I couldn't see on there where my other ones were. Where my other... You know what it's like? eBay are terrible. They should tell you when they're going to do this. You know, instead of just like banning your items. Because that harms your account, doesn't it? Oh, well, I've just ended it off. Anyway, it's alright, I'll relist it, it's okay. I'll relist it later on, but I thought it's better safe just to not... Yeah, anyway, so I don't... Ivory policy has been updated. Anything with bone in the title may be pulled. I don't think I've got any with bone. Let me go back. I've got to do this now, because if I don't do this now, you know what it's like. Something could get pulled. I've typed in cutlery anyway on my listings. I've got 17 results. Bone. You know what? I bet you I put bone on those ones I listed the other day, because I can't see them. Damn it. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't. Right. Anyway, I'll check that later on. Just had a £20.20 sale for a Thunderbirds 2 plus Thunderbirds 2. But, right, also, I was thinking, it's the new style, not open. Ah, cool. So, is that, Thunderbirds 2, is that just the Thunderbirds toy, Peter, or is that, like, a play set of them? Because I've sold a few of, like, you know, Thunderbirds play sets and stuff. I had that vintage one, that, like, was it 1990s one? Like, that big play set. But I was thinking also, Gary, like, how can they, like, you know, take your listing down for a policy that has only just come in? Surely they should just, like, email you and say, look, we've updated our policy, we've identified that these items need to be taken off, can you please take them off? Rather than giving you a policy violation for something you weren't even aware of because it wasn't even in the policy yet. I think that's just ridiculous. So if I have got a policy violation, I'll be getting onto that live chat. I'll be saying, look, you've changed your policy. You didn't really make me aware of this as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, I'm not getting a violation for that. Anyway, that's ridiculous. But anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed, I didn't put bone, because all the other ones haven't got bone in the title. It's just literally, it might have been that one that I ended up putting faux bone on. God, I hope I haven't, because that'll really annoy me. Because they're the boss, not us. Well, yeah, I know, but without us, they wouldn't have a platform. You see, this is what annoys me about eBay. If they're going to change policy, right, they're going to change policy, and then they're going to ban us, right, like, give us a ban or give us a policy violation, and they do that for all these different sellers without notifying us, then what they're going to do is end up banning everyone permanently, because if you get a certain number of policy violations, you get a complete ban. You can't, like, come back on eBay, essentially. So, if they're going to do that to us multiple times and then give us all complete bans, they're not going to have as much of a business as they do now. That's my issue. They are basically essing where they eat. You know the term, like, I'm not even going to say it because it's a swear word, but they are essing where they eat. You don't ess where you eat. And, you know, I think that's what they're doing. So, I wouldn't mind if they sent an email. This is what they sent an email saying, look, we're updating our policy. They may have done. Maybe I didn't get it. Maybe, you know, if I get a policy violation, fair enough. But I do feel like they should, you know, state this information instead of just changing the rules straight away without us being aware and then giving us a policy violation. It shouldn't be on us. That shouldn't be on us. What should be on us is, like, in my case, where I listed a bloody carving knife with, to be honest, I don't even know why I did it. I was just completely ignorant because I didn't look at the policy. Then I got a violation. That was completely moral. That was completely right for me to get a violation in that circumstance. So there's different circumstances that I feel like eBay should be more lenient and then eBay should be more strict. You know, my circumstance with the carving knife, they were right to be quite strict with it. You know, because there could have been some dodgy deal going on there or something. You know, I could have been selling it to anyone, that carving knife. So they were right to take the listing down. Whereas if it's something like that with a little policy change of we don't allow bone in the title anymore, I don't think it's fair to completely give a policy violation straight away. I think they should give prior warning to the new you know, the updated policy before they go trying to hand out listing violations. Anyway, but I could rant forever about eBay because I love it. The only reason I rant about eBay is because I love it. I love the platform. I love selling on there. I've always used it for years and years and years. But that's what annoys me, because when I can't use it in a fair way, when eBay are starting to become the dictator and not just a facilitator, taking their, they take their little profit off it, they facilitate the running of the platform, etc. When they start to become a dominator, that's when I have a problem, and that's where, I really get quite angry, because I think to myself, well, why don't all the sellers pitch together, millions of sellers, turn away from eBay, set up their own site that's all peer-to-peer, and do it that way, because we have the power to do that in numbers. eBay can't stop us from doing that. That's what, you see, I only have a problem with eBay doing these things because I understand in many ways eBay's days will be numbered if they keep doing these things. I've got eBay's interest at heart and my own and the other sellers' interests at heart. And if they keep doing this, they will not have a platform, because everyone will just end up going to another thing when another thing comes out. And trust me, 10, 15 years, better technology will come out and things will be a lot different in the selling arena. So, anyway. Gary says, email message also had details of what had been removed. Spoke to somebody in Dublin who has emailed me the listing details. No ding on my account. Ah, right. See, that's okay. I don't mind if you've not got a ding on your account in that circumstance, but they've removed the listings. Fair enough. Perfect. eBay, fine. Love that. That's perfect. What I don't like is if they were to then give you a ding on your account without telling you. Anyway, Nick said, agreed ads, they should announce new policies and give us a grace period to adhere to the new rules. Perfect. That is all I ask. I don't ask any more of eBay. I don't ask for this, perfect area where we have billions of chances. Life doesn't work like that. I understand that, if we break the rules or anything like that, we have to pay for it. But I do feel like in certain circumstances they should be more lenient. But anyway. Ads is starting a revolution. Rise, Tap Flippers and Rebel. I know, I'm just too... The problem is, I'm just too... I have all these ideas and all these different things in my brain. I'm like, I feel like I can do so much more than all these other things that are going on out there. Whether I actually can or not, or whether that's just in my brain, I don't know. Probably just all in my brain. But anyway, let's save the ranting now. Let's get on with a nice little chat. I'll have to have a look at my eBay account in a bit and hope that everything's all right there. But anyway, right, who's in the chat? We've got George in there. Afternoon, all can't stay long. Got to head out to do a picture marathon. Oh, right. I was wondering what that was then. But do you mean like picturing all your items? I think that's what you mean. But we've got Shelster Rooney in there. Hey, have you changed your name? Shelster Rooney eBay Queen. Has that been like that for a couple of weeks now? I think it might have been. It's quite cool, that, isn't it? RJ, I do agree. If they are going to move the goal, give us time to get the ball back. That's exactly it, I just think it's a little bit, I wouldn't go so far as to say immoral, but I think it's a little bit sneaky to do that, especially when they're reliant upon their sellers to essentially make their income, as well as the buyers of it. Or do they get any... No, they don't get any money from the buyers, do they? Do they? Well, I suppose they do. Yeah, I suppose they do, because everyone's paying for the items in the first... I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'd have to really look into that. Does eBay get money from the buyers, or is it all the sellers who give them money? Because we give them the final value fee. We give them the, listing fee, if there is any. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether the buyers... I wonder what other fees... We give them promoted listed fees, if we're promoted listing fees, if we're on the promoted listings. Are you asking that question because Sib K isn't here to ask it, Gary? Also have my first listing that needs to match with the catalogue. Unbranded used cafetiere. Wants an EEN. Had to send a request for it. Oh, what? Oh, my God. So you've got a cafetiere. It's not got a barcode on it anywhere, the way you've received it. And then you have to actually send off to the original company or something to get the barcode. To be able to list it. My God. Tell you. Anyway. But I'm just thankful it's Q4 and I can still sell Lego on Amazon. Touch wood. Although before long we're probably going to restrict that off as well. They've just restricted, what was it, DVDs or something? They've restricted off, or they've restricted CDs off a while ago. I think they've restricted DVDs off now. But I'm hoping that Lego's all right, because I've got plenty of Lego to send up, and I'm very excited about. I want to get more. I'm going to buy some more Christmas sets, like some more Lego Christmas sets for Q4. Oh my god, it's going to be so good. I can't wait for Amazon at Q4, because it's so good when you're just looking on your Amazon app and you're getting like loads and loads of sales, and it's like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 500 quid, and you're like, oh my god, this is awesome, and you don't have to pack it, and you're like, yeah. But that's just me being lazy. But yeah, so I'm happy with that, because I can just send all my Lego up and then buy more of it throughout Q4, you know, with the money, with the profits, and then keep the ball rolling kind of thing. That'll be good. I like that. But yeah, I'll certainly be still doing eBay a lot as well in Q4. The buyers pay for the fees in the end, so it's all money from the... Yeah, I would say... Yeah, I was thinking... I've not got much common sense, as probably a lot of you know, so it's like, I was thinking there, actually, is it the buyers who pay for it, because they pay for the items, but I wasn't sure. I can't work it out in my head, but I think that's right, yeah. The C word will be soon. Haha, lol, Christmas. I thought you were thinking the C word is in the actual naughty C word then. To be honest, selling CDs, not seeing much change, same with DVDs, time will tell. Yeah, I think it's new DVDs on Amazon. I think it's new CDs and new DVDs. So I think, don't quote me on this, but I think used stuff might be still alright on there. But I've got to look into it more, because the only thing I really sell up there now is Lego. Like, I sell the odd DVD, you know, I'll pick up the odd sealed DVD and stuff, but I don't really do much. Like, I've not sent in any sealed DVDs for like a month or two. So I don't know, but so, you know, next time I get a DVD, I'm going to have to check whether I'm restricted or what's happening with it, really. Because I don't want to pick up a DVD at a charity shop, you know, scan it in and then... Because also, what happens as well, on your Amazon app, on your phone, on your seller app, if you're scanning stuff in at the charity shop, I don't know whether this has happened to you, but I will scan it in and it'll say, you're fine to sell it, you know, it's not restricted, you can sell this product. And then you get home and you scan it in on your computer and it's the exact same listing, I've made sure of it. It's the exact same listing, but you can't sell it. And I'm like, well, what's going on? What, you know, I just don't get it. But anyway, FBA forums saying major issue with Amazon system sales. Oh, I don't know what that is, system sales. Sent some today with no issues. Oh, well, that's okay. That should be alright then. Or maybe they're rolling it in slowly. I don't know, but I did hear something about it. But yeah, so it's just one of them things you have to deal with. Question, how excited are you to sell your Lego Xmas? Literally, I just said that, but you're probably just saying that to give me more excitement and let me talk about it a bit more. So yeah, I am very excited. I am really considering like next year. I know it's probably not the time to do it. I'm fully well aware of that. I know that like 3-4 years ago it was much easier to do it, and I've said it for a long time. But I'm really starting to think. I actually got it. I've got my goals up here on my wall. I'll show you. Yeah. I'll just I'll see if there's anything on here that I can't show you actually. Don't look like it. I don't know why there would be anything I wouldn't be able to show you, but I'll just quickly... You won't be able to see it very well anyway, but... Well, let me just show you that there. Well, can you see that? Only £20 plus items on eBay, mainly antiques. 2, Amazon FBA, only Lego, RA/OA. 3, work smarter. And essentially the first 2 will help me achieve the work smarter. And then I've got like 2 pages of how I'm going to do it. So, because it's important not to just set a goal, it's important to say, right, how are we going to get to that goal? Now, of course, things may change, you know, things aren't set in stone. You know, things might come along and you might have to change your entire plan. But at least if you have some sort of guidance from the beginning. I mean, that's what I've found with business. Like, you set a plan and then it just goes out the window. But at least if you set a plan and you do it somewhat in detail, you've got something there to go off, you know, in future. So yeah, it might not work out like that, but that's my plan. Only £20 plus items on eBay, mainly antique. So what I did was I upgraded about about 18 months ago to saying to you guys, oh, I'll only do only over £10 items. But now I'm starting to get to a point where, you know, space is becoming an issue, like for everyone it is. And I don't really want to just expand and buy like a big office somewhere if I can, because I'd rather just do it in the space I've got, because then that will prove to myself, not necessarily to anyone else, but to myself, that I'm a better reseller because I'm able to work with the space I have rather than just keep growing and growing and growing till the end of time kind of thing. I'd rather, if I could, for example, if I could make this like a really good amount of money with the space I have, or the same amount of money like in a different location that I'm paying for, to me it works out better if I'm just staying in the space I've got but making the same amount, because I'm not paying out to go to the office. So that's kind of what my plan is, like up the quality of items so then I don't need as much space, because the numbers work out like so kind of better anyway without selling as much, as we all know. You know, when you sell higher value items, depending on your buying price obviously, but you know, you sell higher value items, you don't need to store as much, or you know, the same amount of storage equals like double the amount of value of listings you've got on, and it's just easier as well. Like, you don't have to package as much, you don't have to do as much work again, you're like working smarter. So that's kind of my plan, and I'm gonna really go for like the smaller job lots at auction. So I might get a few of like the box lots still, but I'm probably gonna get like, you know, smaller lots. Like there was a job lot of studio pottery I got from an auction. I showed one on a sales update, one that sold for like 40 quid or something. I got that job lot for like £10 plus commission. There was 5 pieces in there. 2 of them were like £30 to £40 pieces, and then the rest were like £10, £15 pieces. So what I'd do is, obviously, I wouldn't just bin like the £10 or £15 pieces, but I would do like, obviously I would get job lots like that with fewer £10 or £15 items in. I'd still list those items, but obviously I'd try and wheedle out the more and more I'm buying, like the more and more quality I'm buying, I'd wheedle out more and more of the lower value items. But you're always going to get, with auction job lots, you know, with car boots you can be a bit more picky, but with auctions you're always going to get those few lower value items in there, even if you're trying to get, you know, unless you're getting like individual lots. That's the only way you go down that route. But then you're competing with collectors, and you probably won't be able to get them for a good amount of money to make profit on. So you always have to kind of go in between. You could go, you know, for a smaller lot of stuff that's good quality, but, you know, that collectors won't be that interested in, and you can still make good money on it. Whereas at the moment what I'm doing is I'm going for the job lots, the big bulky job lots that have a mixture of some have good high value items in, others have, you know, low value items in, etc. But I want to just move up a little bit and see where that takes me, kind of thing, and see where we go from there. But obviously with the Amazon FBA, I've found a way to get some Lego. I mean, it's always been there. I've always known this way is going to be an option for me to actually get some Lego with a decent margin. When I say a decent margin though, I don't mean buying it for 10 quid, selling it for 40, 50 quid. I'm meaning more RA, OA kind of margin, like 40, 50%, you know, net profit margin. And that is actually good for RA. So, yeah, I'm thinking like 40, 50% margin. And then what I'll do is I'll actually use my Lego investing, basically like use the profits from Christmas to invest in Lego and higher value antiques, and then keep using that profit to invest in longer term Lego sets, or, you know, like year, 2 years out, something like that, because that's seen me very good success with a lot of the sets I've been doing that with. And also I'll use that money to buy into more higher value antiques, and then it snowballs, and then you get to, you know, after a couple of years you get to like a place where I'm way beyond where I am now, and I'm in a pretty decent place now. So I'm like, if I'm in a pretty decent place now, even though I've had some time off and things are slow because it's summer, it's not critical, it's still alright, you know. So even with the place I'm in now, you know, it's pretty decent, it's alright. So essentially, if I can do that in 2 years' time, I'll be way beyond what I need in terms of money, you know, money to live and money to get a deposit for a house and to move into a house and all that. I'll be sorted. So I'm really happy with that. And then my other plan on the side is to put any money into investments that I can, not just cryptocurrency though, because I need to hedge my bets against cryptocurrency. I need to buy some share. As much as it pains me to say it, because I got out of shares to get into cryptocurrency, but as much as it pains me to say it, I'm going to have to go into the stocks and shares again, because yes, it's slow and it takes longer to build up than cryptocurrency, and it's not as fast, you know, and the dividends aren't as good as proof of stake coins and all that crap. I need to do it to hedge my bets against cryptocurrency, because after all, it's very speculative, cryptocurrency, so I need to be smart. I need to do that. Then, you know, further along, when I've got a bit more capital to invest, I can start doing big money investing, like real estate, or, you know, property over in this country. We're not in America. Property, music royalty investing is something I really want to get into. Just really stepping up my Lego investing, looking into wine investing. I'd really like to do wine investing at some point. And then there's loads of other different ones, like investments I'd like to make, but I'm not going to bore you with that. Anyway, so that's kind of a plan. Watch how much it changes. You just watch. You just watch. All that will not happen in that sequence. It'll be like this. That's what it'll be like. It's like this. It'll be like one of them. Well, I was trying to think of a fish or something, but that's not really a fish, is it? But anyway, it'll be like that. It'll be like up and down, squiggling around. It won't happen in the way I've just said. I'll tell you that right now. It'll be all, the time scale will be all off. Things will happen differently. Other things will happen in my life that mean I can't do certain things, or I don't go down certain roads. So yeah. Anyway, but that's kind of a little bit of my next 5 years, let's say, something like that. As you have a old head on young shoulders. You know how so many people have told me that, and it really does make me smile, you know, so I'm glad you said that. But the problem I have, I'll tell you this, right, I have 2 problems, and it comes from my youth. So I'm very impatient. I want everything now, all my money and my investments and my success and all that sort of stuff. I always have to have it now. I want it now, and that can be your downfall. So I've got to be very careful how I play this, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want that to distract me, because yes, I've got some great ideas, but that's all they are. They're not in reality yet. I've not made this great success of myself yet. So, and I may never make that if I am not, you know, sticking to become patient, because I just, so with my investing and everything, I'm just like, I want more and more now, not like, I'm not prepared to wait for it, so that's going to be a downfall. And the other one was, what was the other one? There was another one, but I forgot. There was something else. It might come to me in a bit. Anyway, I'll look in the chat. Well, Ryan, you landed yourself in that one, didn't you? Bloody hell. Selling sealed DVDs from BS or CS as new is fraud. New means you paid from publisher, not liquidation, not resales. No, I don't sell resales, but I didn't know about selling like selling sealed like, you know, not resealed DVDs, but actual sealed DVDs from BS or CS. Loads of people do that, like literally like loads. I mean, sometimes I put like new, you know, like if there's a little whip in the seal or anything, but I'm pretty sure loads of people do that. Doing it yourself lifestyle. Oh, yeah, that's a different question. I thought I was reading out the same question there. Do you miss your cabinet? I'm guessing not at all. I do not miss my cabinet. And you know what happened yesterday? Going off on rant mode again. I'd emptied my cabinet on August. It's not so bad because it's resolved now. It was only a little issue. But it did annoy me a little bit. They sent me an invoice for this month's rent. I'm not even in the bloody cabinet. So I was like, right, I'll email them, because I've emailed them back. And I said, look, there must be some sort of misunderstanding. I rented cabinet 404, but obviously at the end of August, my sort of contract was terminated with that, etc., etc. So it turns out there'd been some muddle up their end, and Victoria, who runs it all kind of thing, she emailed me back, and Yeah, so that was a bit annoying because I was like, oh, for God's sake, I've got to pay another, extra on that cabinet. I didn't even make money on it anyway. I will hold my hands up and say I made a complete loss on that. I mean, if I didn't even work it out, but some months I was making profit. Yes, 1 month I did a little bit of profit. Next month it'll be a loss. Next month it'll be break even, etc. But overall, I think it was 12 months. Yeah, it would have been 12 months exactly. I did it because I left it for 12 months to gauge what it would be like. But yeah, it was not good. It was not. And to be honest, I don't even think the booths there do very well. So I'm not even going to get involved with the booths. But the other reason I'm not going to get involved with the booths is because there's a 2-year waiting list. A 2-year waiting list. But honestly, I don't think they make much money in the booths there because I just don't see it. I just, every time I go there, it's the same stuff on the shelves. I just don't see it. But anyway, no, if ever I do anything like that, what I would do is I would own the centre and then I'd be the one profiting. Because the only person profiting there, or one of the only people, maybe a few of the people in the booths make a bit of money. The only person who's really lining the pockets is the woman who owns it. Not Victoria, she's another woman, but I don't know her name, but she owns it. She'll be getting some good money. Now, yes, I know that there's all these overheads that they have to pay, and I bet the lighting and heating and all that is a nightmare, but I bet you they clear some good money still. Because they've got a couple of hundred cabinets in there, they've got... and if you're thinking 31 quid each a month, it's a lot of money that adds up to them. And then we've got, got like 20 booths in that space, something like that. About maybe 100, 150 cabinets, because they've got like 10, 20 outside. And then we've got like maybe 20 booths, 15 to 20 booths. So, and the booths are actually quite reasonable. They're like 140 quid or something. But you do have to work 2 days on the till as well each month. So yeah, you got that to factor in as well because you're losing money there. But I suppose you could like with my job, I could just get some listings on my phone, some photos on my phone, and then list them on the till while we're quiet. So long as there's internet there, but which there should be because they've got like a phone line and stuff. But yeah, so I think if ever I do that, I'm going to be the bloody owner of that place, and I'm going to make sure that I treat my stall holders and stuff. If I ever do this, I'm going to make sure I treat them right. And you know what? I'm going to bloody advertise my place to death. Because it should not be that there is no one walking around that centre. If you've got no one walking around your centre, you need to really have a look at your marketing and advertising. Now, yes, you could say you could give an incentive to your stall holders. Right, look, maybe I've not got the budget to do a load of marketing. But if we all cooperate, maybe some people in there have got a little bit of a following on social media for their own business or whatever, you then use the assets that you've got. So you work into the contracts of the people in the centre that every month they have to share your Facebook page, or every month they have to do this on social media, or they have to do this, etc. And if you've got 200 dealers in there sharing your page on their business's page will have the same followers that you want to attract. So then loads more people... Oh my God. Anyway. Sorry. I give up. Why? I give up. Seriously. I give up. I just don't get it. I just don't get why people don't use the brains, I mean... Anyway, but that's what I do, and I would also plough some money in for marketing with my own money if I could, with the business's money. Because you want to be the go-to antique centre. You want to attract people from all around. You want to be the place where you want to be the place, well, maybe you don't want to be this place, but maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. But, you want all the TV crews coming down there all the time. Free publicity kind of thing. Yes, okay, the dealers won't like it, hence why I said it might not be the best idea, but... the dealers won't like it because they'll have to sacrifice a bit of profit, but, you'd get a good bit of publicity for that. I don't think there's ever been bloody bargain hunt or anything at that place. You need the drive to get out there. They're not doing what they need to do, but, the other one was forgetfulness ads. What do you mean forgetfulness? Yeah, maybe forgetfulness. Yeah, it could have been. That could be one of them, yeah. I mean, I'm really like that. No, well, maybe the other one is a bit of a lack of common sense. I'm quite good with strategy and, you know, working things out and stuff, but I don't have much common sense. So that's two of my downfalls really, and maybe forgetfulness is in there. Anyway, sorry, I just ramble so much, don't I? It's the flat cap that does it. It must be, yeah, it must be like giving me like old man vibes. That I'm like, you know, wisdom and all this just coming out of my flat cap. Biggest eBay sale yet? Oh, biggest eBay sale yet was, I don't know, about 120 or something, 150, something like that. I did close to I did like €170 sale on Amazon once. But that's Amazon, so I don't know about eBay. So €170, that was about 150, 160 quid on Amazon. But I don't know about eBay. I don't know. I'm guessing it was about 120. Oh, was it 100? Might have been 130 actually for one of them Hero Quest games. But yeah, that's about it. I've never. This is what I need to do. I need to like buy these like job lots that'll get me like £300, £400, £500 items, because I've never gone that far. I've always been like the seller who just buys quantity, and you know, it's £10, £20 sales kind of thing, and then the odd £50 to £100 sale. And this is what I'm trying to transition my business into, like a business that will generate more you know, like higher value sales, and that will mean that I can work smarter rather than, you know, like doing the £10, £20 items. I mean, £10, £20 is not bad, but if you want to be packaging less and you want to be working less, and you can get these higher value items for good prices, then yeah, you may as well like just go for it and get the higher value items. But yeah, I'll have to work on getting like a really good higher value sale. Hi Nick, been downloading TatChat for listening to at work. Oh, do you use Hitman UK? Do you use like one of the YouTube converters? Been downloading TatChat, listening to at work. Went right back to TatChat 3, I think it was, and listened to about 4 a day. Wow. I was listening to, you know, when I don't know whether I mentioned this. You know when I know when I had that food poisoning. What was it, like April, May, maybe May, something like that. I think it was about May. I listened. I was in bed because I couldn't even get up or anything, and I listened to about 8, 9, 10 of the TatChat in one day. It was crazy. I was like proper. I was just loading up on the TatChat. I was like literally in bed. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't do anything. It was horrible. And I thought, you know what? I've not caught up on my TatChat for a while, so I was just like proper loading up on it. But I don't know whether I said that. Yes, they're great ad. Yeah, advert. Yeah, they're brilliant. What's that? Southwest Stars currently listing and getting the price must be more than 99p. Must be more than 99p glitch. What's going on there? Wonder what it said before. I don't know. Dear Santa letter. Thought you were a bit old to believe in Santa. What's going on up this chat here? What's? I don't know. Can't see anything. Don't know what Gary was referring to. Anyway, we've got Z in the chat. Hi there, Z. We've not got many people in today, have we? Let's see. Oh, we've had 26 in. We've only got 30. Oh no, we've got. Oh, we've had. Are we at 26 now? Have we got 26 in? I don't know. Don't know whether we're at 26 or got 26. But no, that's not that lower than usual. Maybe normally 35 or something. But it's weird. Not as many people in the chat. So if you're watching, pop in the chat. You know, it's all popping off in there. Obviously, everyone's saying hi to each other. Keep wasting time deciding whether to job lot or part out. What's that? What are you thinking of job lot in part? Want to be RC stuff or something? Part out, make more cash. Well, that's the thing, innit? You never know when to like part things out or just leave them as is. Like, I mean, for me personally, I could literally like split. I've got loads of Lego battle packs that I could split off, and I could probably make more money on eBay just signing them like that. But the amount of time it would take with the Lego to part it out and stuff, because I did that ages ago. So I was thinking, you know what? I'm just doing it the easy route. Just go send them off to Amazon, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things because you always have to think to yourself, you know, parting them out, maybe I'll make more money. You know, in most cases you'll make more money. or do I just go the easy route and just, sell them as what they are, as a full set or whatever it is, and just take a quick money, really? It just depends. Literally, it's all dependent on what you want, whether you want the extra time, whether you don't mind spending the extra time and parting things out and getting a bit more money for them, or whether you just want to get a quick flip, move them on really quickly, done and dusted, that's it. And for me, where I'm at in my business, I'm just parting out anything, I'm just oh, I can't be bothered, I'm just so I just really want now just the easy route of just getting rid of something, moving on, getting my next lot in, listing it, for what it is, and then moving on. Even cleaning stuff and testing stuff these days, I'm just so lazy with. I don't get anything. I'm pretty spoiled with antiques and crockery and stuff because you don't need to test anything. But on the flip side, obviously, a lot of people say they don't want to post it, or a lot of people say, what about storing it or breakages and stuff. So you've always got that side, there's always kind of a bit of a negative to what you're selling. But the brilliant positive for me about selling a lot of ceramics and stuff now is just the not having to test and stuff, and generally not having to clean a lot of them. But, sometimes I'll have to take stickers off and clean a little bit, but yeah, most part, it's quite easy. I need to spend the afternoon tidying the office. It's beyond a joke now. Crap everywhere. Yeah, that's what I did on, I think it was Monday. I tidied up the spare room. It was crazy. It always I don't know why, but why don't we, as resellers, just keep it tidy as we go, every day? I mean, I'd love to do that, but I just don't do it. I think it's because I'm so focused on, right, I've got to get some listing done, or I've got to get this done, that you then get your listing done, or you get something that you deem more important done, and then the next day you end up having to do the cleaning anyway, or day after or whatever, you end up doing the cleaning, and you may as well have just done it then, because you're spending the same, if you think about it, you're spending the same amount of time doing it whenever you do it, or maybe even you might be spending more time if you're letting it mount up. So doing it as you go might be just the best route, but I don't do that. I've never done that, I'm just not a very organised person. I don't, when I store in my items, I don't have all these fancy, B1 boxes. People have, A1, B1, C1, D1, etc. I don't have any of that. It's just right, video games are there, ceramics are there, bottles, glassware, whatever are there, toys are there. That's it. We're just gonna, hope that I can find them when I find them, I mean, I split them off. I'll have, so I'll have, glassware, and then I'll have, bottles, and then I'll have, champagne flutes and stuff there, and maybe decanters in one area. I'll split them off like that, but, generally it'll just be, glassware, toys, etc. I don't have any of the A1, B1, C1. 99.9% of the time, I'm alright, but, you get that one or two every now and then that you can't find. But yeah, I'm just so, but the problem is, the reason I don't, because people might be thinking, well, why don't you do the whole alphanumerical system of storage? The reason I don't do that is because I know I won't stick to it, and then because I've started it, and then I start chucking things everywhere, and then I forget to write on the listing, A1 or inbox A1 or whatever, because I'll forget to do that, it'll get even worse than it is now, and I won't even be able to find anything. So, yeah, that's why I don't have the alphanumerical system, because it's just too much. I really can't, I really can't keep up with it. I'm not an organised person. I just couldn't do it. I just really couldn't do it. But anyway, yeah, that's why I need, a business partner or something to do, I'd love it if I had someone who was, somewhat the opposite to me, who could do all the organisation stuff, everything like that, and, I like packing, but it's probably one of the least, the area of reselling that I like the least. I know that's true for a lot of people, but other people might think listings, the area they like the least, and they're okay with packing. But, for me, it's kind of packing is kind of that area. So, if I had someone who loves packing and loves organising, brilliant. I mean, we could take this to the moon. I don't like listing. Like, I mean, sorry, I like listing. I meant to say I don't mind listing. But I like listing, so I could just keep listing. That'd be fine with me. I don't mind photography. I quite like photography. As long as I'm not doing like 200, 300 items in a day, or I'll quite happily do 50, 60 items a day, just taking photographs. But yeah, I don't mind that. Just shipping 2 plumbing fittings sold for £110. Wow, that's nice. 2 plumbing fittings. I wouldn't know where to start with that stuff. That's probably one of the areas that I've not got into that much. Like the taps and plumbing stuff and all the rest of it, like household stuff. Household fittings and stuff. That's something I'd like to just have a look. Same as I struggle with organisation. It just does not come naturally. It's just one of those things you have to cope with, isn't it? You just have to keep battling through it. And, so, I mean, some weeks it'll be great because for me, some weeks I'll really get organised. I'll get properly organised and I'll keep things quite tight. Like this week, I've been pretty good. Well, I say this week, since like Tuesday, I've been pretty good. I've been organised. I've been listing a good few a day. I went to see my grandparents as well for lunch, so that was nice on Tuesday. And around that, obviously, I've been doing work, I've been organising, I've been listing, I've been photographing, all the rest of it. I've been having a clean and a tidy up, etc. So, it's been quite good this week. I've been quite on it, I've been quite there. And I think I'm really starting to get back into it from my little break I had. Because what happened was, I had my little break, and I wasn't quite ready to get back into it yet. I don't know whether other people have this, where, you might have a little bit of a break, and then you're meant to be getting back into it, but you just can't quite get back into it. And for the a few days last week, when I was trying to get back into it, yeah, I did a few listings here and there, and did a few bits and bobs, but I couldn't get back into it fully. But I really do feel this week now, fresh week and all that sort of stuff, I've really applied myself a bit more, and I'm right back into it now from my break that I had. And I think that, at first, when I got back after my break, I was thinking, oh, did that break do me any good? Because I was thinking, oh, well, I'm not really that motivated now. Has it completely sent my motivation off? But I think it was just the fact that I was still in that holiday mood kind of thing, or, that holiday mode. And, pardon the pun with eBay holiday mode, even if there was a pun there, but I don't know. Anyway, so, essentially, I was still in that mode, and now I've started to flip out of that mode, and I really do feel like the break did actually do me good. It's just taken me a bit more time to actually get fully back into it again. But yeah, I definitely have another break at some point. I need another break at some point, but it won't be for another couple of months or so. Another month or so. I'm feeling motivated now, so I want to really get going the next couple of months, and then I might have another week off or something, half a week off or something like that. Question adds, how do you feel Discord is doing? Well, I've been in there, I've asked a couple of questions, but doesn't seem like anyone's like chatting in there. I wish people, if you're not in the Discord, you feel free to join down below. The link is down below. It's free to sign up. It's basically like a social media kind of network. But the problem is, I just don't think we've got enough people in there. That's the problem. Like, we've got people in there, but no one's interacting. And we've not got the right people in there. And what I mean by that, I don't mean the wrong people are in there. I just mean the people who are in there, like maybe the people who need to be in there, or maybe more people like conversation starters. And then we'll really, because I'm not that much of a great conversation starter, despite, live streaming and my comfort in doing videos. I'm quite shy. I'm not really like a major socialite or anything. So I think we need a few people in there who can talk for England. Yeah, saying that, I can talk for England, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just need to get involved with it a bit more, but I just wish like a few people come in there, really churn it up a bit, and then it would be cool. But I don't know. I think maybe and other people like Chrissy there says, I have no idea how it works. So like, people who are going in there. I did do a video on how it. Did I do a video on how it works? Yeah, I did, didn't I? I did a video on how it works, didn't I? But yeah, so basically, people are going on there. They're not really sure how it works. and that's putting them off, and then they're not logging back onto it or anything again. So it's very hard to start something up in that way, but I'm going to still pop in there and see if I can't, you know, spice the conversation up a little bit, get people talking. But yeah, so Ad's feeling Scottish with that jacket. No, I don't really feel Scottish. I just thought, you know me, I love this. I love this pattern, this tartan. I don't know whether it's Stuart tartan. I think it's different from Stuart tartan. But yeah, I just like this pattern. But no, I'm not. I don't feel Scottish. Although saying that, my great-grandparents were Scottish. Yeah, great-grandparents. My grandma's mum and dad, I think it was. So my dad used to always, they used to go up to Scotland, and then my dad would have like all the, you know, Scottish like delicacies or whatever. I don't know what he had. He did say to me one time what he was having and stuff, but I think we did the whole salt in the porridge thing. I think he told me about that. But yeah, so I'd agree with you. Thought about deleting it as it doesn't seem to be working. Well, you can do if you want. I just kind of thought it would be a decent idea, but everyone, like a few people dropped in, and then it's just kind of like petered out. I did try and you know, like kind of ask a few questions in there, like you probably would have seen, but it didn't. There wasn't. It's weird. There wasn't like a conversation that had started. It was very weird. You know, it wasn't like people were. It just people like joined it, and then half the people didn't even say anything. Or maybe even more than half the people didn't even say anything. And then I was like, oh, right, well, this isn't working very well. So I don't know. I thought it would have worked really well. But, yeah, anyway. But I'll drop in there. So if anyone wants to go on the Discord, you can. I will drop in after the stream, just for 5 minutes or so. And see if we can't spark up a conversation in there. But if not, then that's fine. You know, if it didn't work, it didn't work. But it was just an idea. I thought it would be quite a nice little water cooler idea kind of thing. But maybe Discord isn't the kind of the right, you know, like the right format for reselling. I thought it really would be, because it's like a nice instant messaging kind of platform, but maybe it isn't. Maybe Facebook is, maybe something else is, I don't know. You know what I've not heard of? Is there a reselling community on Twitter? Does anyone know that? Because I have not even looked into a reselling community on Twitter. I wonder if anyone's on there. That'd be interesting to see. But I've never seen any like resellers on Twitter or anything, so that's really odd. Hit my highest number of listed items yesterday, 700 listings. Wow. I remember getting to like 600, 700, and I said to, when I was at 200 listings, I said to a few different people, I messaged a few different people who were currently at 600 or 700 listings. And I asked them, these were YouTube resellers at the time, but a few of them have left YouTube now. But I asked them, what's it like having 600, 700 items? Like, is there like loads of messages? Do you get loads of messages? Do you get like, is it like really full on and all that sort of stuff? And they were saying to me, yeah, it's like really full on. And it's quite funny to think that like now I'm at like double that. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Like the messages. If anyone wants to know, you know, who doesn't have like that many listings, when you've got a large amount of listings and you're maintaining it, you know, the maintaining it's quite easy for me. It's not too bad because of the type of items I sell, and my sell-through rate isn't major high because obviously I'm selling different items than toys and games mainly. You know, it's more antiques and stuff. But generally what I find is that I get a lot of messages. Like, I mean, you're getting like 6, 7 messages a day some days. So the only drawback with having a lot of listings is I tend to get a lot of messages. And you know what it'll be? This annoys me loads. It'll be people saying, what is the diameter of this bowl or whatever? Or what is the diameter of this thing? You know, whatever it is. And I've put a blooming picture on the listing with the diameter or with the length. Because I do any ceramics now. I've learned the hard, well, not a hard way, but I've learned to basically do a measurement photo, or maybe even do a couple of measurement photos, like the height and then the diameter, or the length and the height, or whatever, because I used to get a load of questions asking for these measurements, and I still get a load of questions asking for the measurements, even though I've got them on there. So, you know, that's really annoying. But what I'll generally do in that circumstance is at least I don't have to actually go and get the item and measure it because I've already got the photo there. I just literally say, like something like the diameter is da-da-da, the length is da-da-da, I generally won't like say, oh well, see photo 4 or something, because I think that's a little bit like kind of shoving it in the face that you think they've not kind of noticed or whatever, and then they might feel a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, I'm very, very you know, with my messages, I'm very, very professional. I'm not you know, there's no emojis in there. I know, you know, there's loads of people out there who'd probably put emojis and stuff in eBay messages. There's no like hi hun or anything like that. It's very, you know, hi there, and then I'll do my bulk of my message, and then it'll be always best regards or kind regards, Adam. I don't care what level of formality they've come at me with, I will always respond with the same level of formality. So, you know, I don't do anything, any kind of language that could upset someone or could even make them feel a little bit inferior. So that's why in, you know, a situation where they might have not seen the photo, I don't go, oh, well, look at photo 3 or something, because they might feel a little bit like, you know, like they've done something wrong or something, or they've not kind of had that awareness. And yes, you're right, they haven't had that awareness to look at it themselves, and they might feel a bit thinking, oh god, you know, I didn't look at that, damn it, I feel so annoyed, you know, like I've not got any common sense or something. But I don't ever do anything like that, because I don't, you know, these are my customers, or these are my potential customers, so it's always worth being very professional. Anything like that. You know, I do sometimes want to say, for God's sake, did you bloody look at those photos? My God, it's in there. It's in that bloody photo. But it's about restraint in this game. It's about, especially with, and even with, like, if you're selling face-to-face, it's even more about restraint then, you know? Obviously, you can be a bit more informal face-to-face. You don't need to go, oh, best regards, you know, or anything like that. But you'd still have to have that level of restraint, you know? So depending on what level of business you've been doing in the past, you know, if you're like best friends or whatever and you're doing a deal or something, you can be pretty much as informal as you want. But, you know, if it's someone you're doing a brand new deal with face to face, and you want to be, you know, want to come across good because it's first impressions and stuff. That being said, you know, just like you would face to face, you'd do the same on eBay, you know, in messages. But anyway, I'm rambling again. I don't know whether you got any of that, but I just scroll up very quickly, and I will get on it more regular. I would, but I have been trying that recently. I don't know whether you've known. You might have seen a few more of my posts pop up, and I want to do this stories thing, but I just don't feel like I've got enough to share during the day. Like, I'd just be literally talking into it, like, right, I'm just doing a couple of listings, you know. It's like, does it provide much value? I don't know, but I do try and post on there, and I do all my hashtags and stuff and all that sort of stuff. And I built up quite a nice little following on there now, about 900 followers I think I'm at. Oh yeah, little quick plug, follow me on Instagram, there'll be my handle down below. That might be on the scrolling bar. Have we got the scrolling bar up today? Yeah, we've got the, oh there we go, ads Robbo 96, where are ads Robbo 96? It'll come round again in a minute, just keep looking. And then need packaging, there's links, little plug, links in description. Yeah, there we go. And then, here we go. Join my Discord. There we go, see? It's cool, isn't it? Scrolling text bar. Love it. Anyway, that was one of the things I learnt to do when I was having my time off, even though I shouldn't have been learning to do that because it was my time off. But anyway. Yeah, Instagram's where I did it. There are loads on Twitter. Oh, wow. I follow a lot on there, but don't see any chats. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone has ever thought about Twitter. Like, I've never heard, in the reselling community on Facebook, on YouTube, on anything, I've never heard anyone say about a community on Twitter. So, yeah, it's cool that there are actually people on there. Z, we have a fitness community on Insta. Fitbit. Tell Bex to join in, me, Fake, David, Yola, Soph. Oh, do you do steps and that? Because I do 10,000 steps a day. So I'd smash all of you. Literally, I'm not joking. Like, I'm king of steps. I can do steps all day. Like, I would probably literally just not do my work just to best all of you guys. Like, I'd do like 30,000 steps in one day, and then I'd be like, right, it's me done for the week. I've won, you know, but yeah. I'd so if you do, it is steps, isn't it? If you're doing Fitbit and that, it must be steps. But I don't have a Fitbit. I only have my phone. I just do them on my phone. It's called Steps. One sec. Get them up. Look at how bad I'm on today. I'll show you. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, it's green screen, innit? Oh, there we go. What's that sold? Walt Disney Cruise Line cast. Oh, it's a bag. 23 quid, 24 quid. 854 today. All these little things here are 10,000 steps or just over. But obviously the green screen. They're actually green, so it doesn't come up, but because of the green screen. But yeah, so I do good steps, so I'd be on that. Anyway, I'll leave it there in a minute. I'll just quickly go down the chat very, very quickly. Ads work smarter, no need for so many listings. I never have more than 300 listings, still sell 2 to 3 items a day. Yeah, I know, I've always wondered, this thing of, I've grown and I've got up to like 1,000 odd listings, but I've always thought to myself, you know, how many of those, like, really are just crap, like, are proper underperforming. Now, I do, every 6 months, I do like a bit of a clear out. But every time, and I say this every time, I don't think I'm harsh enough, because I think I have this psychology where, like, my 1,400 listings, whatever, is like my safety net, you know, and, oh, I can't go below this number because I might lose out on a load of income or something. So, yeah, I think I maybe need to break that, like, hoarder mentality or that psyche that's going through my brain. Because breaking that sort of mentality might be the way forward for my business and actually get me to a place where I'm way above where I'm at now. So yeah, it could be something to look into that. But I always say, because I think, like, there's a lot of people out there who have 200, 300, 400 listings and they're doing really, really good numbers. So it just shows, you know, you don't necessarily, as you said, you don't necessarily need loads of listings. It's just something that's happened with me over time. Like, I've just proper put on loads and loads and loads and then built it up. And now I don't put on many each week, really. Like 70 a week, something like 10 a day, maybe even less than that. Some weeks 40 or 50 a week. But, you know, I'm just maintaining it essentially now. But I do think, yeah, a lot of, like, if you think about it, what's the point in, let's say 400 of those listings haven't sold in a year or 2 years, let's say like 2 years almost. What's the point in having them there? You know, why all that space that's been taken up, and you think, if, you know, you could get a quick bit of cash out of them, take them to the car boot, put them in an auction, whatever, slash the price on eBay by half or something, as long as it's financially viable. You know, you're not going to make a loss on them, posting them out and stuff. But then you get a quick bit of cash, and then you reinvest in higher value stuff, and maybe even smaller items if you can. Yeah, I do. I think I need to break this mentality, because what it is a hoarder mentality of, oh, I've got to have that amount of listings. I can't not, you know. It's like, oh, you know, I might not make X amount of money per month if I don't have this number of listings or something. So, yeah, it might be something I need to break that. eBay charging 10% fee even on postage, bit of a con. I know, yeah, the postage charge, that's annoying, that is. Right, I think I'll go in a sec. There's loads of comments coming in, so I don't want to miss anything, that's the thing. You've spelt description wrong in the scroll. I haven't. I hope I haven't. I don't know. I'll have to wait for it to go around. I'm just looking at it. Oh, sorry, there's a bit of light there. I don't know. What was that all about? Weird, I don't know. It's the light reflecting. I don't know. I'll have to wait a minute just to see that. Don't do Twitter or Instagram. Thinking about Instagram, though. Just don't get it, to be honest. Oh, I was like that, Nick. I was like, oh, I don't get it. But I tell you, Instagram is the easiest social platform to grow. Like, I literally when I started my crypto channel, like, you know, a week or so ago, like a week, it's only been like a week, and I started an Instagram. I've posted like 5 photos and just done a load of hashtags underneath them, and I've got like 25 followers already. It's like so easy to grow. Yeah, I really didn't like Instagram. I was like so against it. I was like, oh, No, I don't want another social platform. No, I don't like Instagram. It's not for me. But really, it is a great like social platform to grow your audience and stuff. Especially if you've got a new YouTube channel where you link your YouTube channel to your Instagram. You do some like, you know, nice kind of posts that aren't necessarily self-promoting. And then that gets a load of people to your page as long as you do a load of hashtags. And then they click through to your YouTube and view your YouTube and then maybe get a few subscribers that way. So, yeah, I really like Instagram. It's definitely good. Where are we? You've spent an idea. Don't think we've got much more now. 800 steps, you're smashing it. No, that's just because today I was doing work this morning. Normally I'd be like 4,000 right now, 3 or 4,000, but yeah, it's just because I'm doing work this morning. But no, I normally smash it, Ryan. I normally smash it. I've never gone on Twitter or Insta, just on Facebook or YouTube. Enough for me. Well, that's exactly my fault. When Peter says that, when I was, you know, trying to get into Instagram, I was like, do I really need to do this? Because I've got YouTube and Facebook. I don't really need... Because basically, it's just like similar people talking on a different platform. Like, the people who are on Facebook, a lot of them are on Instagram. Now, there are a few who aren't on Facebook and who are on Instagram. I don't think Ryan's that active on Facebook, but he is on Instagram. So, you know, but that's what my kind of drawback was. I was thinking, well, do I really need it? It's just more time going on a different platform with the same people. But I really do like it now, I have to say. Can't be rude, could affect feedback. What do you mean can't be? Yeah, you can't, yeah, definitely. If you're referring to, when I was saying about, you know, being professional on the messages, yeah, definitely you shouldn't be rude or anything like that. And obviously you can't never, ever use swear words or anything like that. Oh my god, that'd be terrible. Like, if someone used a swear word to you, and then they leave you a negative feedback, or maybe they leave a negative feedback with a swear word in, pretty sure you can just, like, hands down get that, like, removed straight away. I've never had it though, but I've heard that other people can get it like hands down straight away. Top 10 things to buy for £5 or less to make a good profit on eBay. It depends what you mean by good profit. Really depends. Like, are you meaning like, you know, £5 items into 30 quid, or £5 items into 50 quid, or 10 quid, or 20 quid, or whatever? I don't know. There's so many items out there. I mean, there's loads of like nice little bread and butter items. There's loads of plush toys, you know, Disney toys and stuff like that. And Neil the Sofa Works sloth, like bread and butter, you know, buy it for £1, get 13 quid out of it, really nice, easy. There's loads of items. Like I could list forever, but I don't even know where to start. There's actually that many, but my mind's just gone blank. I can't even think of hardly any of them. But yeah, there's absolutely loads. But go on, because obviously you're on YouTube now. So after this video, just type in literally like things to sell on eBay or something. There's hundreds of videos, loads of different stuff on it. Go on Nick's channel or anyone's channel really. You know, you'll be able to see plenty of items like that. Insta is the one that wastes the least amount of time. YouTube, Facebook, time slumps. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're very right, Ryan there. Insta is very quick. I have to give it that. Anyway, I'm at the bottom of the chat now, so that's pretty good. That's an achievement. I will leave it there then, guys. And I will see you in the next one. I apologise if I didn't get to people's questions and I was rambling a little bit more again. But I did try and get as much of the chat read out as I can. I am really trying to work on that, to getting more of the chat read out, because I know I'm pretty terrible at that. I just keep going off on these rambles. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. If you did like it, please do give it a big old like down below. Comment down below any questions or queries you may have. And don't forget, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. So, I'll see you very soon, guys.